in a high school dropout tutakwebuza tukareba ngo yes the 70% are among the people abakoreka abana bontu bagera ki nabaforinga out of school abo kuba nabantu bakuru kandi abantu bakuru abatakahirwe package yaki yo kubasa kubabisaho bakareba ngo bakora emyoga yabo or their responsibilities. So echo nacho no kireba ahabwenche ntugera ngo sage eyabantu bakuru eruko onure erukutwarwa 6% of the older persons. Eshemereye kuba netwarwa everybody so that etuyamba kureba ngo abantu bitu bagira ki bayamba abo kuba kuboyine responsibility ryo muntu mukuru ekakurema for example mwizukuru wawe orphan akadropping out of school nikikora kubi kandi umuntu wabo tashemerirwe you don't live longer n'uburwire n'ubugira ki n'ubukukwata. So ntusaba ebintu ebiyona ebinde ebirende mu kanso nkareba ngo nebiburamu ntwetenga kureba ngo twatamwa amana twena twashaba right yitwe beki ebe fulfilled. Nekindi hariho akantu ka health niyo ndukutekereza ngo niyo maintenance ryo mu kiragiro. So since we are the most vulnerable group among all interest groups, government etukore nka pilot etuhereze universal health insurance tubase kwereberera abako ko kwereberera nuba advising ngo ogume no chebeza burikire bito kuchebeza kukuri expensive. So kuruntu hebwa yo health insurance enchimanyisa ngo ntucheberwa kandi ntuyambwa kutunge mbazi ndwire zirize na kugambira non communicable diseases ezuri kutwizira habo kuba twakora so that we live longer kandi no manya nubwo kurwara okufa is inevitable konka ko kufa urukumanya ngo bire no reberwa no fo mutuma gwawe gusemerirwe no manya ngo mufu otafira inekenega tasiga muzimu kandi itwe nico tukugenderera to have graceful exit.
So muri ebyo twantwenda ushobore nanshonga ya pension for older persons omubobire no yebembera ebiremerire ta ebzu ebabenu barabamu na mnonge bukwate na pension yabakuze
aha pension personal yamwe pensiona obutwayizwize forms za pension zakatugira ngo whenever salaries are enhanced our pension should be enhanced equally. Konkanyowe I am a science teacher. For example, our science teachers bakabaha miliyoni ina. Konka salary yanjye terabire ki my pension monthly pension terabire enhanced. Ezina bene ntunga buri nizondo kutunga. Ekikumanyisa umupolisi kariya kantoni bagira ki bakaguruka akoko jangu when salary is enhanced you are also enhanced according to your scale. No kirebecho then cha kabiri hata at least ne bagezaho kureba ngo abantu babashashura mangu konko mu district omwe harimo kizibwe kirimo ekiba pensioners bakomplaininga ngo ba human resource officers tabakubara kukizaho ki pension yabo this big package. So akantu akone kabasasa nekindi aha pension ekintu cha physical appearance kandi echo nichikwatana hasejeria
ebare mnonga. So tuzakuwongera kuganira niwe kandi ngo kwatugambara tujango nabwe no tekateka kwija kwesimba. So tuzakwija kubantu tuganiraho niwe ahashaha yo mishaho na mnonge bukwatine na Akaruru reka tuganireho na chairman owa Mitoma nza kuba ntongera kuganiraho niwe ori tayari west aha turi aha Acacia Country in Western Regional Order Persons Conference ubwo hateriyo negendo misho ahibara bene batorana abantu babiri omukazi omwe na n'omushijo omwe nari female and male abara bene bajwekera aha National Council watwine chairman okuruga Mitoma nawe ntwenda atuganirire aha nshonga eziri kukwata aha older persons nebyongire nangwa kubateganisa eba kubende benda bikoreho amazina
izina ndi Steven Shumbusha chairman w'abantu bakuzire aba Mitoma district. I'm serving my second term bakandonda 2021 naheza mwere bagarche bandonda to serve another period of 5 years.
Inshongezi chirize kubateganisa some time eyo beno serving ashobo beno
the same classroom so that the students are not missing out, the pupils are not missing out. And apparently it was the best performing school in this year, in the last results that came. So we are sure, this is just an example, but we are sure there are many of those in other local governments. Then on the area of strengthening the health system for equity, I pray that the person moving the slides first. We have overstretched health centers and hospitals. We witnessed many of those. Then we have low staffing levels, inadequate equipment, x-rays, dialysis machines that is here in Monaco. And then many of the hospitals that we visited did not have ambulances. Or when the ambulances were there, they were not working. They had no tires, others were grounded. Then we also have weak referral systems and long distances. In the area still of health, we have many of the hospitals were saying that there is a shortage of specialists. When doctors go for further studies, they get better opportunities and they do not come back. Then, particularly in northern Uganda, we saw high teenage pregnancies. And when you would reach these young girls, they would all have one answer: we are 21, we are 22. But you could clearly see these were 15, 16-year-olds saying they were 21. And then when you would ask, they would say, yes, we are happily married. And then the police told us they will not have any cases at police in this regard. Then we also saw lack of incinerators and sanitation facilities at many of the health centers, and the worst part was also dilapidated staff housing. Members, I invite you to see this picture. This is Mbale Regional Referral Hospital. So the ladies that you see there standing are all holding these premature babies, and it was a bad sight. 10 mothers trying to see that their babies survive and are standing, holding to one oxygen cylinder so that their babies can survive. So this is the situation that we have. Then on infrastructure, energy and sanitation, Chair, we noted poor feeder roads, incomplete bridges that we Deputy Head talked about earlier, then low rural electrification and frequent urban outages. This was mentioned in Wakiso. And then the Deputy Head has already mentioned about the garbage management and the guidelines that are going to be shared across government. And then we had the unsafe dams, all the dams that are there or not there, like Nakonyem. And Chair, we also had some cross-cutting governance and sustainability risks where we had fragmented ICT systems and silo digitalization running and non-compliant with standards. Then we have environmental degradation everywhere, where we have failed to manage polythene bags and plastic.
Okurga mtoma kandi nawe ni delegate omuba older persons kandi aho omurukiko rw'endugye n'omumisho orwa Western Regional Older Persons Conference ahi barabene batorana abantu babiri harimu omukyara na n'omushaija harimu female na male ababene bajwekera abantu abakuzire aha National Council. Abwa tayari West ndi Olivia Kamsime ntizagumiza mukubasyaho ebiri kugenda omumisho kandi no kwa Akaruuru karatambure Izooba eryeri Izooba kandi obwahati nk'okutwagambira batandika na registration kandi na bwanyuma bagiraho introduction obwahati bafunaho ka commercial break kandi ntuza kuba ntubagarra omudakiika nche munonga ebyo nibigenda omumisho timu yone ryaha zakongera kusiyaho ebirujyo mubigenda omumisho ebikwatirine na Western Region Older Persons Conference eriyo negenda omumisho Acacia Country Inn nanyo Olivia Kamsime hamwe na timu ya Tayari West.
Engage partners, ensure that there is inclusive ownership of all actors as part of diagnosing our problems and shaping programs and solutions. We need to define clear roles between central and local government and also the partners that are giving us the funds so that we can reduce on this overlap and fragmentation. We also need, as already stated, to conduct the joint monitoring so that we can track progress together. And then we need to align our commitments to outcomes. And then, Chair, as I conclude, we need to maintain open channels for continuous feedback and learning. I thank you.
Thank you very much for that presentation. It's really an analysis of what's happening in the local government. And this is just a small section of what's the governance of the maybe our president before, since we are seeing what's happening in the area of the visit, we need to go back home and do a vision. So that by the time the comments of the area will have better reports to give. Colleagues, those who came in later, the TS had already arrived earlier and they made a brief remark for the minister again. The one request of TS family respond to the presentation of the maybe mention a few things I talked about and then they take the head and then conclude your remarks. But sir, as you move, I have been requested by the leadership of the local government circle, the staff circle, that the circle is open and the members will be invited to register and circle to serve for the children. They have to move fast, so the better you serve, the better the children. So I'm waiting to address without that conclude your remarks.
Thank you very much, Chair of the session. I just want to deliver my package, which I had for you this morning, which does not deviate so much from the keynote address by the Minister and also the presentation by the Public Service. The package I have for you today, which is captured in 10 things, is the following. 1, please do supervision and monitoring. When we went to Albaine as a team, I found that some people were sitting on the floor. In 1972, which is many years ago when I was in Primary 1, I did not sit on the floor. In a village deep in Ntunga, I think in the campus may not locate it, but it was a school and I sat on the bench. There would be a bench where I would sit like four people. But in Albaine, in 2025, I found it. Now, if, for example, supervision was being made, this matter should have come up. It should have been discussed. Also, having like 200 people in a very small classroom, like we saw the picture, if supervision was happening, and because there must be standards of how many people need to be in a classroom of this size, the matter should have come up. So it was a good eye-opener, and we really appreciated the head of public service to be able to take us and see ourselves. Because even if there is even a health hazard in that place of fire, because even entering there, just entering there, we first didn't know where the school was. But somehow there was a school. And surprisingly, like the presenter said, the best performing school amidst that whole condition. So they couldn't be going to give us flight engineers and the computer specialists if they had been able to grow up in a better environment. So, supervision of health facilities, schools, extension staff, sub-county chief, parish chiefs, PDM circles, PDM beneficiaries. We want to see you informing the system, using your own system about the areas. So this is one message. The second message in the 10th part is that you should put a day for receiving reports from down and communicate this day. So that, because sometimes you pretend to be very busy, but again when you see them pushing, then you say, but what are you doing? But I think the problem is not organizing how you want to do your work. So you should put a day for receiving reports so that it's known. Whoever wants to bring a report brings it on that day. 3, you should put a day for receiving complaints. When we had those barazas, people had no kind words. And we didn't have enough time. People, those who watch the clips, especially the one on Bari City, people had no kind of words for the whole system. It's as if nothing was happening. So please put a time for receiving those complaints so that we deal with it. The third point, we are
Otaferwa aha Tayari West.
Tayari West TV ekuretire program Touch kugomane tukumurikira ebiri kugenda mu ihangeri ebirumwe by'obutegeki ebyamagara eby'obwegese n'emiturane y'abantu n'ebindi nyamwingi on program egi buri wa kabiri nitukuretera abahangu kumurikira enshongezi twina amasiko nguhina itafarira hango eruturateke hakutwara ihangeri omumisho nanyo mushuganisa wayo Assistant Inspector General of Police Hassan Kasinja
Otaferwa aha Tayari West.
Azata.
Azatwa.
Bashesha.
Inkureba amani nashago ine minji. Mushija ariyo?
Umushija atayine shongo. Mukazi n'abana baba.
Deko tanteza kabari. Ndasinga.
Akabit kandi worireje cyane cyamana no kandi simo wahiguru habo kubago tumana gaitu nabo kandi shika program no mutegana tuba turaha from Monday to Friday akugenda kimwe hano majumi nagashamna nazihangwe ni Brit Inch na MC Kozo.
Otherwise no kubahereza vibe mpaka nishobora no kurengera nabo bari hambere mo yabo bari handi mbizitara tumwe na zimwe ya driver ya buri conductor ninga yo wena uri ha boda boda yabo konka uri yakuchapa kaza na bidi ntwenda bakora abanyana bita bari kuriya seriyengezi
umuriye cyo reka namutse habafumbira n'abafumbira kazi abanyarwanda n'abanyarwandakazi mwese ndabashuhuje kandi turabifuriza ibyiza gusa amahoro masa n'amajyambere.
Nshinte kiramanyisaje
munyana umwe
katuryatso anyway
program Mumteganda urwo kubanza kusyo rwa katanu. This is 104.5
Panyachigez FM. We are your #1 favorite station.
Oku programs urukuratana aha tayari West.
Dusk Drive
104.5 Bakirinju FM. On the Dusk Drive today, Rachel, at what time should your husband get back home?
At 7 p.m. If you are not home, where are you? As a responsible man, at 7 p.m. where are you?
7 p.m.
We are supposed to be at home.
By the time
dinner is 7:30. You where are you at 7?
What kind of dinner though?
Program The Dusk Drive. This is 104.5
Panyachigez FM. We are your #1 favorite station.
Otaferwa aha tayari West. Otaferwa aha tayari West.
Otumchara kena? Yes, mama. Nga hatuogo mama. Kare ntuza kumanya. Abo kuba nahura abandi nibagamba Balamu. Yes. Yes. Minister for Gender, Labor and Social Development. Yebare mama. Manya wajira bukuru titugira any wrong answer. Wakura every answer you give is what? But don't take this advice at home. Don't use it at home. It is purposely for our day today. District Council has the meaning assigned to it under the Local Governments Act. Unfortunately, Nkokuturiaha, we are district committees, Tuturi District Council. The regions, for purposes of electing older persons, regional delegates to the National Council, shall comprise of regions Zituina, Air Central, Air Eastern, Air Northern, and Air Western regions. So, Ito, where do we belong? Which region do we belong to? Thank you. Next page, please. Electoral colleges. Nihaza kubaho electoral college. Eyokutera Akaruuru ninga eyokoma omushija n'omukazi aha National Council y'abantu bakuru. Electoral college egi neza kuba reformed by members but district executive committees nkokuna abagambira nimwe by electoral college bitu haza ni pamyangu harimu abantu our five people who introduced themselves omukashesh nubabo. However, twagira omwanya ogutari field om electoral college ekyo tukikuzibira kugenda omu misho n'okugira tuta okukora emirimo n'okuba tukoma abantu bana omu mwanya gw'abantu bataano. Therefore, are valid what? They are validly elected candidates. Next page. Qualifications of regional delegates. A person seeking to be elected as a regional delegate of older persons ashemerewe kuba ine emyaka engahi nkaaga and above. Ashemerewe kuba ari registered voter. And how do you prove ngo the registered voter? Izina lyawe ntekwa kuba liri nkahi aha national voter register. Oshemerewe kuba member of electoral college as you all are. Mwena muri ba members. Habo kuba yesterday tusibire tukora verification. So I'm glad to inform you ngumwena you were properly verified. Regional delegate ogu ashemerewe kuba are sponsored by a political party ninga independent nabasa kuba independent. Nabo ekyo nito encouraging qualified people to participate. Regional election officer owitu ni mtu mweta governor witu ngoku yabagambira before I came to the podium agambira nominations intuza kuziholding aliari twamara kutereza our sugar levels. Okay, kuturatabe nkanisa our sugar levels. When we come back intuza kugira tuta intuza kuzomu nominations. Nomination of candidates for election as a regional delegate for older persons nituza kujikora ombohandiche nituza kufiringa form. Mr. Projector nyambonyoreke nomination form amuheru. We are sorry. Nomination form ejo in a small fonts. Konka nimza kujire band. I believe many of you receive an nomination forms. It does not differ very much from the nomination forms you've been filling through the various levels. Kuruga Acharo, Kwika district is the same nomination form. Konka, the heading just changes as per the level you get elevated to. Nomination of a candidate nebasa kukolebwa political party
program z'urukuratana aha Tayari West.
Ire kurungise burirota.
Azalwa.
Bashesha.
Inkureba amani nashago ine minji. Mushija riyo.
Umushija tayine shongo. Mukaza n'abana babe.
Deko tanteza kabari. Ndasinga.
Akarit kandi worireje cyane cyamani no kandi sima wahiguru habo kubago tumana gaitu na wahiguru. Kandi shika program no muteganda tuba turaha from Monday to Friday. Akugenda kimwe hano majuna gashamna na zihangwe ni Brit Inch na MC Cosmo.
Otherwise no kubahereza vibe mpaka nishobora guturwe korengera nabona bari hamwe mu yabo bari handi imbere tsara tumwe na zimwe ya driver ya buri conductor ninga iyo wena uri ha boda boda yabo konka uri yakuchapa kazi na bidi ntwenda bakora abanyana bita bari kuri ya seriyengezi
Omuriye cyo reka ndamutse habafumbira n'abafumbira kazi abanyarwanda n'abanyarwanda kazi mwese ndabashuhuje kandi turabifuriza ibyiza gusa amahoro masa n'amajyambere.
Nshobora kuramanyisa
Munyana umwe.
Katoryaso. Anyway,
program Muteganda urwo kubanza kusyo rwa katanu.
Where at each close of nominations, only one candidate stands nominated for an office, the presiding officer shall declare the candidate elected how? Unopposed. Are we going to do that? No, I don't want to bias your minds. Please, mwesimbe nkokumukwenda. Campaigns, after nominations have been closed, returning officer Ninga Governor Witu, together with the candidates, will determine the campaign program for all nominated candidates. During campaigns, no candidate shall use defamatory or mudslinging words against another candidate. No one is going to kujuma the other. No one is going to tell lies against the other. By the time we came to the position of an electoral college of 190, I'm sure you must have gone through all forms of verification and sieving. Polling procedure. Twamara kusetoringa our sugar levels. Then governor nominating us. Then campaigns. Echikuza kurataho is what? Polling procedure. Governor naza commencing a polling, not at that time, but at the time you have created. Tukwe. Ejo time eitura home polling time mwaji creating ashi. Why? Because you went out for a commercial break. So, gradually or inevitably, EC also had to shift its program. Only those older persons who are registered and entitled to vote shall be allowed to vote after sufficient identification by the governor and members of the electoral college. Buri candidate nabasa ku appointing agent weye kurebera okutera Akaruuru aka. Next page please. Polling officials. The governor appointed by the electoral commission naza kuba overall supervisor or returning officer. He's the governor and he's the returning officer, so he'll have the duty of keeping order at our polling station. Then there shall be a polling assistant na polling constable at polling station egi. Kokumwareba heru twine ba constables bingi. I shall be determined by the Electoral Commission to assist the governor in conducting these polls. Next page, please. Vote counting, form filling, and declaration. Nitumanya vote counting. Tukwe. Form filling neitu. Declaring of results. Candidate ogu twabarobo bururu. Kandi twabara twabarobo bururu 50. Ogu twambarobo bururu 10. Ogu twambarobo bururu 0. So nicho tukweta form filling. Then after form filling, the governor will announce the results and he will declare the winners. Next page. A judge page. Your role as executive committee members, your role as delegates. Mushemerire nominatinga and support the qualified candidates. I believe you are all qualified here. It is a matter of having a conscious mind. The rogerat. Nyo think zakwe simba kande chena ankaye simba. Participate actively and responsibly. Since Hurire candidate Najmondejo, I thank you for that. Clap for yourselves. Uphold dignity and fairness. Promote peaceful elections. My dear Governor, I wish to brag that we are having peaceful elections today. Look at my delegates. They are all peaceful. Batebenkine binobusinje. So I thank you for that. Mwebare. Thank you for making our work very easy. Thank you, thank you. Next page. Ejo niyo sample ya nomination paper. Next page. Ejo niyo sample ya ballot paper. Kuturaize kunominating abantu babali more than one candidate. That is when we shall use a ballot paper. Pointer. Side candidate's name. Auntaho is in a candidate. Ninge chishani cheye. Then next column tuzakutaho whether a political party representative orundi yari fragi biara ntuzakumujira tuta ntuzakutaho party ye yaho second column. Then third column nhoturate tick ninga thumbprint. Next page. Polling return form. Ejeji ntujuzam results za polling. It's another representation of a declaration of result form. Only that twindwilizina hatin tujenda polling return form for older persons. The other form. Ejeji mwena ni mjimanya. It was used as a form, as a prerequisite for verification yesterday. Obirotajine was not a candidate for today's elections. So I want to thank you all for abiding by this guideline. Thank you. Mweterero mungaro. Next page. Tina heza. Habaru hanga. Ni hangari anje. Those of you who have questions, ntiza ku entertaining like 2 questions. Then we go to the next item. Winnie.
Nyoni nkaguza umuntu kakuba namara kukoma wakuba naenda kutata kugizuba kutaha.
Tujizire tuta ngo ibibuzo bita. Second question.
Jackson Janimanya Rukungiri district. Suppose we have only one candidate and he's not opposed. Will all those gymnastics in the form come in?
Governor Yajirangu, one more question. They are not there. Thank you.
Hello. Is the person allowed to leave after voting? Yes. In case of unopposed, what happens? In Uganda's elections, are all the higher laws which we benchmark from. When a candidate is nominated unopposed, returning officer or abachiri munarajibwa to declare that person elected unopposed with effect from polling day. In this case, everything is being done today. Today is the day for convening. Today is the day for voter education. Today is the day for nominations. It's the day for campaigns. It's the day for printing your ballot papers. It's the day for voting. It's the day for paying your transport. It is the day for everything. Eh? So you are going to witness all these things. So I think that is the end of Q and A. Timweterero Mongaro. Time check. It is now 12:30 p.m. The hotel promised that at 12:30 it's going to bring the coupons. The lady in charge of coupons, I'm walking to her. Mwamureba Ngugu, she's called Winnie Naebare, ni secretary wa region. So, yekole makalimo, get in touch with the manager of the hotel. I want the coupons now. Now, in the next 30 minutes, we are going to proceed as follows. We have been talking and talking. Now we want action. Put ora hulira. Older person delegate a holy. You feel you are like an elephant. You are big. You want to contest to be a male and a female. Hello? Kindly step forward now. This is the time to kulebe. You want a clarification? We are coming to that. We are coming to that. Whoever feels inspired to be a candidate for male and female representative for Western region, kindly get up your seat. We are looking for male and female. Do we need to? If you are not sure of gender, we can check. Not so? To confirm. Yes. So, we have only 5 minutes for this. No. Can we clap for these people? Because they have taken the courage. Some of them have been coming to my office. I will not tell you who they are. Oh, Mr. Returning Officer, I want the register. I want the register. I want the register. I want the register. What about the other opponents? Eh? So I told them, be patient, be patient. The register will come, the register will come. Anyway, for avoidance of doubt, you are all the register. Tikwe. Hello? You have been asking me, where is the register? You are looking at it. And the register is looking at you. All these delegates are in the register. The register is here. But, this is what I want to tell you. And I'm going to come to that. How are we going to facilitate this election? Yes, we are going to hold nominations by paper. This election is going to be facilitated by secret ballot. Hello? Muraza kutera Akaruuru, no lining up. And we came prepared. We have the generic materials. We are ready to print the ballot papers. We shall show you a sample. We shall constitute this place into a polling station. I told you everything is happening in this cantonment. But before I can even go there, akanakire. Tushube tubaterero mungaro, mbaherezo muzindaro. There are now 4 persons. There are now 4 persons. I can assume that there is no other person who will come running. Ariku hahajira. Ngunenda kwesimba. Last time when we had workers, when I closed this session, when I started issuing the forms, hakija wako umari kuhahajira ngunanye najire chiteka teko ngunenda kwesimba. Ya tumaramamani. Konkatu amubinga. We must be orderly. We must not be seen. You know the electoral process is funny. The electoral process, when you declare an electoral process that has begun as a returning officer, it moves like a clock. Tick, 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 tick. Bulichimwe chine owire wacho. So, twarujiromu receiving candidates. You don't come at the time of polling. Munajire chiteka teko nguhati kwesimba. Moving back and forwards. So without delay, distinguished older lady, the gentleman here, I'm happy to see you. Time, I'm going to give you 2 to 3 minutes each. These are the ground rules. Introduce yourself in the language you feel most comfortable. Tell us who you are, what you want, and don't campaign, but at least you tell us that you are interested. So without delay, I'm not going to conduct a raffle. Konkaba Kajirango ladies first, and I see she's the only lady. Unless you are telling me that I'm blind and cannot see that she's a lady. Mwenu, lekamu kwaso muzindaro, atandichireo. Thank you.
Thank you, polling officer, for giving me this opportunity. Dear comrades in the great fraternity, I greet you in the name of the Lord. And I would like to thank all of you for electing me to the office I'm seeking to be re-elected. I'm happy for you to have entrusted me with the flag. And I promise that I'm going to perform to your expectation. And diligently. I think I have sufficient knowledge about the issues of older persons, positive and challenges. And therefore, I'm offering myself to see that the challenges we are facing as older persons are addressed. So thank you very much
for giving me this opportunity, and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nabachira will use both local language and English. Nyobala Nyeta Hairwe Jackson. I've worked for the government for the last 25 years. With local government, I know what it means to take. Local government tukafakari mnonga because we have not been sending the real people. I worked as a parish chief, interacted with the what? With the elders. I worked as a sub-county chief, a CDO, interacted with elders. A sub-county chief, I acted. I went and I became an cow in Kabodis. A cow Wampala. Wampala we atandika, I was the cow. Na interacting anachi, nawa gurusi. I have master's degree. Show me a computer. I have a diploma in law practice. You get? Nkashoma na community rehabilitation. I'm computer literate. Ni manya ekituro mu local government numuchumanya kurungi ngo arihe sente zitaho mu local government 5% ezimwe aferirwe kari abantu bakuchumanya to kubasa kubarwa mushomesa wo kubara ukirukanga unoza kushomesa geography. Why can't you go to your discipline and teach people? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the right candidate. Echitima muchurugiraho chumwe. I'm a right candidate first of all. President invited me 3 times in Chankwanzi. I have the certificates here. I have the uniform for the government. You know, uniform zinaza UPDF. I have the trigger. Waza kuzom mahotaka kumaka. Don't. They cannot. Akakumu kine, you give me a gun. Nze kubingo turo tubire twinja national level. Twinja national level because abantu batanje kutere nganda kutere batera please ekitima mukirugeho nyona mwene nkunda abakiga yaba ari omukiga dero tiga omukiga ari ne historic naga mazima kamba gambera mazima ari omukigomwe akashwera abakazi be babiri bati catholics konko muki omukiga omutoku yarebera omukazi ondijo matiroko gumize mbweni nyoni mbakiza ruyari konka mwenu nituma kusha nituma hatari ituma. Ladies and gentlemen, Akaruuru mkampereze, I'm the right candidate for you. I thank you so much.
Hello. Some ground rules. You are older persons, we respect you. Let's remind ourselves. The time for saying all those other things beyond introduction is coming. So don't burn your breath. Sebo Muzei, it's your turn.
Thank you very much. I'm Mbabazi Paul, commonly known as Kada. I'm Kada 9. I have presented myself for the office of Delegate to National Council for Older Persons for 2 reasons, which I will tell you later on. But currently, I am the flag bearer for Western Region. I need your votes. Thank you very much. And you remember, as we are all here, we started from village level. We came to district level. We have gone to regional level. We don't want to entertain and detain our standard of NRM. Thank you very much.
Right. Last, let's hear from this gentleman who has medals. Thank you.
Nbanyeta Dr. Byaruhanga Mwananchi Fabius. Ndio enzarwa kandi nintura kitagwenda omurutoro. Nyowe nkakada wa movement. Nyondi ndi historical member wa movement. Njodi zanzwarire kintu eki. Kugira ngo mutande bangaya hakanisa ekibina cyanje. Konkana hakanisa enkora ye kibina cyanje nkokwe kutwazamu emirimo yayo.
so niho nkugarukira nkakora ekigabiro kindesera nko kubanyesire ngunyuze kutera Akaruru kunganyo mutuma nabandi mbere nabamanyise nkubaterera amasumu nkubagambira ngo ni nyehayo okugaruka omu National Council okugaruka okubahereza nka delegate wanyu yimwe aba Western Uganda. Nyowe nkozere mirimo mingi nyangwa kuna abandi ahanizuka ngo nkandi MTO wa 206 Brigade KV obani mu kigizu kimu ababero bari hansazora mwenda Brigade y'aba Tanzania ngandi MTO ubutwabinga mini aha ebye kishaka abakumanya history yanje nibakimanya nko kunabire a very active participant ncho bamperere medrozes kwa kunarigireyo nahereza umbifubingi bya government nkaba SDA wa Toru naba SDA wa Guru naba SDA wa Mbare naba member wa NRC eje yabire parliament yete yokubanza nazo musiye nakora constitution naba member wa parliament naba na minister engumi bena mukaga nabihumura nazo wanje ntaha umukwinga n'umukurisa konga kunarebire ngareba nyongarita ingangina mani kandi nakore ibintu byanje konga kunarebire nareba itwe ebyabazeye ebi bikuburaburamu nico nayehireyo buriya nkiza nkanta bitahamu nyono bururu nkanta bitahamu abo kuba kuro mu National Conference ndi member already as a historical forum ndi member abwa promoter wa movement no kuza constitution ya movement ndi namba abagisaini nje ndi namba 10 mucyo kikakita kunyeta izango ndabo mbururu kongana grant kandi abo mbururu mbase okuhereza abazeyi banje abo kugira ngo warebe kiragiro kitu ebintu no birabikemire konka ekiragiro okureba ngo National Council yaza kukora na advocacy na lobbying okurabo mbandi abo kwayo council te kwebwa sente ngwegire ekiya yamba hari muzeyi no kurekanira jwa kurabiro mbandi rero baka bo ebitongore ebyo bikaba byo byayamba byamba muzeyi mwenyo experience yanje jo ni yofaringa na contacts zanje kandi tube turiyo tutwaza mbora konka twiza twatunga hakazubaho hagataho secretariat za council zone bazi dissolving nyamwono kurgo mu 10 13 activity ncho warebere twababuriramu konka mwa mutugarire tuzaga katwimusye kandi tuombeke busya okureba ngu National Council yagira umugasho ha muntu mukuru kandi yagira umugasho naba bakuza kuiza kuba abantu bakuru nyencakare abazeyi nyencakare mwe bare manonga
Chio tubatero mungaro. Hold. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for stepping forward. Now we will proceed as follows. It is now time to visualize what the ballot paper will look like. It is very clear that we are going to vote for males. Hello? The one who was asking what happens if there is unopposed, you are going to see the film itself. So, it seems some work has been lessened for us, which is a very good thing. Because you stole my vote, now you are revenging it. So, before you step away, because hati muli abagore bitu, hati aturanda kubahereze kitinisa, hati no kubakwata n'engaro, because omuli aba hajire waye chankaranya ya petitioninga turarara. So no kubakwata n'engaro nico rareba omwe akashanko warengesereza no kumuleka. Telling an older person when you are younger than an older person, but you are our bosses now, we respect you. Why I want you to stay there, it is now my singular opportunity to introduce Mugarura not to introduce, but to invite James Mugarura, the one observing this process from Electoral Commission headquarters. You register. I want him to be the one to unveil the register that we are going to use for voting. He came with the register from Kampala. So, naye nangu abali we yaje yaba mugambirizi we jonkarara. Bitu nitu hautuli tubiri tutali kubi nitu tuine backup yorukarara. James, if it pleases you, ijo shoborera abantu urukarara oruwijana, and you guide us on how you want us to use the register going forward. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Governor. James Mugara from Election Management, Head Office. As the head office, our voter data management team came up with a photo-bearing register. We are 190 delegates, and all of us, it's assumed that all of us are on this register. So for purposes of clarity, for purposes of verification, for purposes of being clear on who is supposed to be here. Yes, we are all supposed to be here, but we may not know each other. So what we are going to do, we have brought a register for the purposes of display. As we go for lunch, we are going to display this register. In case you see someone who is here, I mean here, amongst us, and is not a voter for this conference on this register, please notify us as soon as possible. Are we together? The assumption is that all of us are supposed to be here, but we have brought now the final document. Okay, it's not final. We are going to go through it, all of us. We're going to display it in a central place. If you feel that there's someone that is here that is not supposed to be here, please notify us. If you feel that you are supposed to be here and you're not here, also notify us. Are we together? Thank you very much. Pardon? 190 people. You will see them as we break off for lunch. Because now, even if I read your name and the photo does not what? Correspond. Okay? It is very clear. The name is there and the district. So as you are introducing so-and-so from Bolisa, if the so-and-so who has come is not the so-and-so who is here, please raise your alarm. Are we together? Thank you very much for your time.
So now, now you are big people. From time to time, I will be addressing you as elephants. Because you've stepped out of the crowd. You've stepped out of this. Go. So, Abishemwe, can I let these eminent people go and take a seat, and then I announce how we are going to proceed. Please, you can resume your seats. James has just unveiled to us. Hello? James has just unveiled to us a copy of the register, a photo-bearing register that we are going to use in this election. And I want to tell you that I have 3 copies. One copy, as advised by him, is going to be put at a point for display during lunch. As you're having lunch, check through the register. One register, neyanjenka returning officer. Indijo neituraze kwejunisa when we convene this place in a polling station. Hello? End of announcement. Now, another announcement. The in charge of coupons, Winnie, has them. Mwenu nandasha. In the culture of our religion, we get inspired and we pray for the meal. So I want to ask one of us to stand up. We all stand and we say, I think we all stand, and we say a word of prayer for the meal so that it gives us energy for the next activity. You depart at leisure. Winnie will guide you. where the meal will be held. It's not far away, but I've been told we have 2 serving centers. So without delay, can somebody give us a prayer? Oh, please, Reverend.
Thank you. Mwechureze tushabe. Kama wetu Yesu murungi.
Western Regional Old Persons Conference. Female and abaho okweranga na mnonga abakwenda kwesimba narishi kubasa kwereka abantu bona abarimu bakazimbaga muhindo hamwe na Mbabazi Paul na nabandi abarabene besimba ngo batuborane mu omukazi omwe na nomushijo omwe abarabene bajwekera aba elders narishi abantu abakuzire aha National Council kandi kurijijo kutwamanya aha Electoral Commission abantu aba elder persons narishi abakuzire nabazirwe umwe kugwa rukumurwenda nkaga netano kugarza ahansi abo nibo bari older persons eshaheji barembaza kuza ahalchamshana then kubaragarisha nzaka twineho campaigns na nokutera Akaruru kandi amanzi bangwa Akaruru kandi kija kubakari ka ballot paper kija kubantu bukusiyaho byona okubira abene bitambara obwe turukujeno mission Akaruru ka old persons Western Region Old Persons Conference kandi sofa ebintu byatambara kurunji tureba ebyo kwerinda birukurunji mnonga takabireho kajagaro kona kandi hariho bisinje umwanya ogunshija kubantu ganiraho nangwa na nabantu batari bamwe na bamwe abakwatirina old persons eshaheji reka tubanze tubahumze mukace nkiza kubongeraho omisho mbikwatirine na campaigns kandi no kubaratere Akaruru okutoranamu omukazi omwe nomushijo omwe abarabene bajwekera abantu bakuru aha National Council de Olivia Kamsima hinyemerire Acacia Country Inn